my white balance. Hang on. Flip the switch.
Did you flip one of the white balance switches by mistake?
I accidentally hit the button.
Did you flick the preset switch?
No, I accidentally hit the button.
Stand by. Looks good, I guess.
Huh?
From downtown Colorado Springs, this is the USL on ESPN+. Tonight's match is brought to you by Vidner. Switchbacks FC looking to start their campaign with back-to-back wins tonight, playing host to Hartford Athletic, whose 3 goals in the opener last week was not enough in a 5-3 defeat. So tonight, an entertaining affair perhaps in store. Great to be alongside former USL and MLS forward Corey Herzog. If you're new to the league, welcome to all the fun. Here's a glimpse at how it will all go down this season. 2 12-team conferences over a 32-week schedule. Everybody's going to play everyone at least once. At the end of the season, the top 8 will vie for it all in the USL Championship playoffs. Let's take a look at Colorado Springs' opening season victory, which netted them 3 points. Malik Foster making a nice debut. He had an assist, and Colorado Springs scoring in the 2nd minute and 93rd minute in a thrilling 2-1 win at El Paso.
Yeah, Foster's going to be huge for them this year with them making a late run into the playoffs, and with him coming onto the team, it adds another dangerous attack.
Tonight's player to watch, brought to you by Keg One Modelo, is Malik Foster, the former Sacramento Republic man who had a nice run in the U.S. Open Cup last year. He adds a nice attacking presence to Switchbacks FC this year.
Yeah, he fits Colorado's system very well with the fast guys on the wide, with the counterattacking and getting in behind. And you can see in the first game, 2 minutes in, he made his impact already.
Meanwhile, for Hartford Athletic, not many times they'll put up 3 goals this season and still lose by more than 1. That's what happened at Monterey Bay, conceding 5. Manager Tab Ramos still was encouraged by the performance. They'll have to clean it up in the back today.
Yeah, definitely. If you go on the road and score 3 goals, I mean, you're usually coming out with 3 points. Unfortunately, with that time, they let in 5, so it's something to learn from. But, I mean, scoring 3 goals on the road is definitely a good positive.
But letting in 5, something to work on moving forward. Hey, no doubt the player to watch for Hartford, Prince Sadie, back for another campaign with Hartford Athletic. He had a pair, was part of USL Championship Team of the Week.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's the key coming into today's game is get Prince the ball, get him on the ball, and just see what he can do. When he's on the ball, stuff happens, and that's what happened last week.
Hartford Athletic wants to continue the goal scoring. A tough matchup on the road in the home opener for Colorado Springs tonight. Switchbacks looking to make it 6 points in 2 matches. Hartford Athletic looking to get in the win column. The USL coming up next. A lovely night for soccer in Colorado Springs, as tonight's player walkout is sponsored by Children's Hospital Colorado. The Switchbacks FC and Hartford Athletics set to do battle here at Widener Field. Pleasure to have you alongside us. Corey Herzog, AJ Ricketts. Let's take a look at the Colorado Springs starting 11. Speedy Williams in the midfield. Really nice acquisition for Miami FC for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, bringing in a lot of USL experience and a lot of championships with Louisville. And this is what Colorado was looking for this season, and hopefully a good season from him.
Christian Herrera will be in net once again for Switchbacks FC as we transition over to Hartford Athletic. Elvis Amo, Prince Sadie, Antoine Openo, some scoring presence in that front 3.
Yeah, definitely a dangerous 3. Amo coming back to play his old team in the old stadium that he scored a bunch of goals for last year. And Openo hopefully opening up his account tonight with a goal or assist. So it'll be an exciting game.
Andre Lewis in the midfield had a terrific assist as well on Prince Sadie's first goal last week. We're just about set. Hartford Athletic in the sky blue, tealish uniforms, you could say. Colorado Springs in the dark blue. just about set to go. Brisk 40-degree evening. Colorado Springs, 0% chance of rain. Let's have a fun one tonight. Colorado Springs looking to make it 6 points in 2 matches. Hartford, a lot to take from their season opening match. And Monterey Bay, crisscross the country here to start the season, racking up the frequent flyer miles, huh?
Yeah, two tough away games to start off your season. You're trying to get some points here on the road, go back home and get 3 points next week.
Foster quickly was trying to chase down a long one. Goal kick here, played out of the back. Richard Sanchez, the netminder for Hartford tonight. It's been 2022 with the LA Galaxy.
Yeah,
foul there.
Yeah, the 5 goals last week aren't any of his fault. I mean, some of them were point blank, nothing he can do. So tough game for him. Hopefully he can come back, get his confidence back, and have a good game here.
Whether any of the goals, majority or minority, were or weren't on him, it's still very disconcerting as a keeper to see 5 goals put up. You know he wants to have a better team performance here today.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to come to your opener and let in 5 goals. So hopefully he can get it going today and get the team and lead that back 4 and hopefully get a shutout tonight.
Out of play here on the near side for a Hartford throw-in. See Christian Hodge. Here's Sadie as he pushes it far side, and a bit too strong to handle there for Amo.
Yeah, if he just plays him on the ground there, you get Prince at the ball with the feet going one-on-one. Could be a huge opportunity.
Colorado Springs, a 2-1 victory against El Paso. Their goals in the 2nd and 93rd minute. They're further dramatic in their first match. Hodge stayed in front of Malik Foster there, then a late whistle. Looks like it'll be a free kick here for Colorado Springs.
Yeah, as we see early, Foster trying to get in behind twice already in the 2nd minute. They scored early in El Paso, which was huge on the road. They're just trying to get him on the ball and in behind to create chances.
This free kick scoring opportunity brought to you by Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internet. Underline.com/COS. Enriquez triggers it into the box. Headed away. A throw in here for Colorado Springs.
And that's one thing to point from last game with Hartford. They were very good on attacking free kicks and decently good on defending. So that's something to take positive from your first home away game and everything. So hopefully they can get something on that.
Enriquez pushes it forward. Colorado Springs working with something here. Just outside the 18. Shots just a bit too high. And the first true opportunity of the match, a little bit too strong as Switchbacks FC threatens first.
Yeah, it's a good movement between the players and just a good layoff by Williams to set up for the one-time shot. Unfortunately, didn't get over it, just heading over the bar.
That was Maka King with the first shot of this match. Leicester, England native. It's Hartford quickly back on the near side, looking for their first opportunity. Miscommunication there as Cedeno just pushed it into the box. Jesse L. Cedeno has impressed Tab Ramos early on in this season. 22-year-old Ecuador native. Last club was New York Red Bull 2. His 3rd season with the club.
Yeah, Jesse L brings that crafty dribble on the ball, take someone on, find those tricky little passes in between. So hopefully he can find the ball and then find a Mo up top to get a scoring chance or something going for him.
Hartford looking to get off on the right foot here today. Last season, Hartford Athletic only gained 3 points after falling into losing positions in the 2022 season. That was tied for the fewest in the league with Loudoun, who had their share of documented struggles last year. Hartford also failed to win a game in which it conceded the opening goal. They were 0-13-3. Partner, I don't mean to say all that to bring back some of the struggles from your time with Hartford last year, but they'd like to improve on those numbers this season.
Yeah, last year they fell behind a lot, and I mean, as everybody knows, it's hard to come from behind, especially on the road. So I think that's a huge focus for them this year. Try to get on the front foot, score the first goal, and keep the game ahead of them instead of chasing it.
Good to have you in the broadcast booth here. I know you're still itching, anxious to. You're usually out there on the field right now.
Yeah, I'd miss it a lot, but this is good. This is it's fun to watch some of the guys that I've played with and teams that I've played with. So,
running chance here. Colorado Springs back tapped, still in a dangerous area, and Hartford able to momentarily clear, and then that will settle things down even more. As a whistle and a card will be issued. Zach Zandy, Pennsylvania native, a bit too physical. Our first card of the evening.
yeah, it's a smart foul, but it's a little early for a yellow card, I think, there. A little soft, but I mean, he does stop a counterattack where Hartford's getting in.
Moments right before that, went through the 5-hole. Williams got a touch to it. Zandy may have changed the approach a little bit. A very early yellow here. 7th minute. Monka King had the best chance here early on. This is played in, handled easily. That yellow card, sponsored by Diverse's Health. Mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. 0-0 here in the 8th minute, Colorado Springs and Hartford. We were talking before the broadcast, partner. We're sort of expecting an offensive kind of game just based on the precedence of Week 1 results between these two teams. They both managed to avoid a 2nd-minute goal. They both saw that last week on differing sides. It's one good opportunity thus far for Colorado Springs, as we've got a player down here for Hartford.
Just yelled down from that early yellow card from Zandi.
Injury stoppage brought to you by Centura Health. Taking a look at, got hit in the mouth there. It was interesting talking to Hartford manager Tab Ramos during the week, and yeah, you might get all sorts of different reactions from the type of match they had to open up their season. A number of head coaches may just focus on all the negatives in a match like that, but Ramos, to his credit, seemed very encouraged by his team's performance. I think he feels there's a lot of capability with their offense this season and what it can particularly generate, and they can clean some things up in the back. I think he felt this could be a real solid improvement from this year to the next. What did you glean from our conversation with him?
Yeah, he was very excited about the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, scoring 3 on the road is huge, and usually, like I said, you come away with 3 points when you score 3 goals. So they just need to clean it up in the back, and Ramos said that some of the balls and the bounces just didn't go their way that night. So we'll see tonight, and if they cleaned it up, and hopefully they can get an early lead, because once again, you don't want to fall behind, especially against a good Colorado team like this.
There were a number of awkward sequences. Cabato had a whiff right by his own net, trying to clear it. Here's Romario Williams sprinting ahead, dispossessed, and that was well done by Cabato right there.
Yeah, if he can just get that out of his feet to Zandi out on the left with the 1-on-1 a little quicker, that would be perfect.
Cabato pushes it far side. triggers it in. Just about 10 minutes through. That was kind of our time marker when we were chatting before the game. We thought we'd see an early tally in the first 10. Not quite here this evening.
Yeah, but you can see Colorado finding a lot of space in the midfield with them being able to get on the ball and turn and then try to find the out wide with Foster and Zandi they're trying to find.
Luke sent it upfield, and that's a foul on Colorado Springs. Jimmy Ockford, Speedy Williams in the vicinity. Cedeno's getting very involved here in the early going. Take a look at some of those additions to this year's Switchbacks roster, one that reached the Western Conference Finals last year after finishing third in the West. And look, the USL, certain teams may really change the look of their roster year in to year out. Sometimes it can be hard to find consistency, but there's a lot to work with here for Switchbacks.
Yeah, definitely, and they brought in a lot of experience, a lot of guys that know how to win that championship, and that's what we were talking with the coach for Colorado, is what he wanted to bring in. He wanted to bring that experience, and he wanted to bring guys that have already been there, and they know what they would need to do to get there.
Well, Stephen Hogan, the Colorado Springs manager, he takes over for Brendan Burke, who joined Houston Dynamo, but the conversation when he took over was a little bit of, hey, these guys coached together for 15 years. They share a lot of philosophy. They share a lot of the same vision. So how much would Hogan really make this his own, or how much would differentiate? And sometimes differentiation may be based on those roster additions. And Stephen Hogan seems very up to the task of what the capabilities for this roster may be, as there was a whistle on that back half. Lewis down. Oof. Hard collision there.
Just getting in there a little late on the tackle. Andre Lewis keeping his leg there. Zandi with two tough fouls in the first 12 minutes.
Lewis still needing some attention. Brought to you by Centura Health. Lewis, the 28-year-old out of Spanish Town, Jamaica, the former Switchbacks FC player. Second season with Hartford Athletic. 24 starts last season. Enriquez looks on. Looked as if both were making a valid play at the ball.
Yeah, just arriving a little late. Tried to read it. If he reads that a little quicker, he intercepts it, and he's on goal with Williams making a run in behind.
Lewis, good to see, back up on his own strength. Logue will get things restarted here. Formerly with Memphis 901 FC. We were watching a little bit earlier. I think they were down 3-1 to Pittsburgh as we were watching.
Yeah, you don't expect that from two home games from Memphis, with the first one not coming out with 0 points and then being down 3-1 again.
Played Loudon to open the season, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Springs playing out of the back here. Maka King. Williams was knocked off the ball. Crowd displeased. Colorado Springs earns it right back as Skundrich. It's a quick tap back from Enriquez. Good movement in the midfield here as Colorado Springs will switch sides. Sandy pushed it a little bit ahead.
It was the right read, great run around the overlap, but the ball needs to be played on the outside so you can just whip it in with that left foot with Williams crashing into the goal. It's a little miscommunication there.
Hartford. Man down, back near the circle. Sadie. Cavato goes back far side. Now Hartford will reset. Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. First spell of extended possession, it's felt like, for Hartford in a bit. Drawing a whistle here.
Yeah, they want to slow the game down, try to keep the ball. Just trying to get their danger players on the ball. You want Sadie, you want Openo to try to find those 1v1 on the wings, get crosses in.
More fluidity. Last 2 or 3 minutes from Hartford. Tristan Hodge. Poor cross chased down. Trying to go right back in the attacking third. Taken away and then a foul. Extra suffered from Williams. Speedy Williams, 30-year-old Jamaican international. 2 years with Miami FC most recently. 3 goals last year. Just a steady veteran presence to add to the Colorado Springs midfield. It's trickling towards that corner. Out of play. Rad going down, a goal scorer last week for Hartford. It'll take a moment. The lack of physicality in the early going here.
Yeah, definitely not. He's just trying to keep the ball in, trying to earn a corner, which he does. And the ref just saw a little foul there. Unlucky.
Patrick Segrist bringing him down. Saying if I'm gonna tumble to the turf here, you're going down with me.
Yeah, definitely. And falling on that turf in 40-degree weather doesn't feel too great.
Probably feels like a nice night for the Hartford players who've acclimated to a Connecticut winter, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Lewis was able to get possession for a moment. Now jousting. Played near side. That's a good ball. Something developing here for Hartford. Centered. Just a bit too strong.
It's a great ball by Openo. You need to get more runners in the box there. Prince has to be arriving late there with a Mo crashing the near post and one more trailing on the top of the box.
Really just one teammate there.
Not many options.
Had to be perfectly placed. Now foul on Hartford. That was probably the best chance generated thus far for Tab Ramos's club. Somewhat quiet of a start thus far. Just one shot generated by both sides.
Both teams just trying to get a feel of how they're coming out after Colorado's win in El Paso, and Hartford trying to slow down the game. They don't want a quick game like last week in Monterey, the 4-2 scoreline at halftime.
Now, how much do you feel that affects a game plan or tactical adjustments when you do give up 4.5, 5 in a match? Do you come out more conservative typically right away that next game?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you don't want to, like they said, Hartford last year always came from behind, not getting many goals. You don't want to fall down early again 2 games into the season, and this Colorado team can score those goals quickly.
Yeah, it would feel as if, you know, a 0-0 score at the half would be to Hartford's liking.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
to make that defensive adjustment. You know, 2 of those goals came in the final 5 minutes of the first half. It was a quick blitz at the end. Really changed the dynamic of the game.
Yeah, and as a player, when it's 2-2, the 40th minute, you look up, and then you go in at halftime at 4-2. It's a gut wrench.
Very deflating. Tat Ramos said his team still fought, liked what he saw possession-wise, and of course adding that next goal. A lot to take from their Week 1 performance, as with every club. Colorado Springs may have been talking about, well, perhaps they got a bit too conservative after the quick start. Had they not found a way to take the go-ahead goal in the 93rd. This is well done here to keep possession from Hartford. Logue has to play it back. Richard Sanchez being chased. Just able to clear it away.
Sanchez is probably happy with this first 20 minutes other than last week.
Yes. Take a breath. Good ball to the far side. Prince Sadie attacking, centering, deflected out of the box.
And as Hartford, that's what you want to see. You want to get Prince Sadie the ball and have him running at players. He's going to create something, and unfortunately didn't find anybody in the box there, but that's a positive sign for Hartford.
Touched by Enriquez. Now played near side to Williams. Foster, excuse me. Malik Foster. A good step in there by Hodge. See if Hartford attempts to get out. Hodge, right idea as he went falling to the turf. Game opening up just a bit here. 22 minutes in. Foster again. Centers, nearly got in behind. Logue was there.
It's a good read by the center back. Williams is in there if he doesn't catch onto that ball.
Cedeno. Sadie. Cedeno to his left. Trying to get into Openo. There's just too much traffic to work with there. Corey Herzog, what are your impressions, what you've seen nearly 25 minutes through?
I think it's positive for Hartford. I mean, you're coming into Colorado expecting their front three to be very dangerous. I mean, maybe there was one chance in the first 10 minutes, but right now you're slowing the game down. Unlike last week, it's 0-0 right now, so it's a good, positive feeling for them. And then for Colorado, you want to kind of do what Monterey did last week. You want to make runs in behind. It's a little slow when they get into the final third. And just need to find those pockets and get Foster on the ball.
Enriquez with possession here. The best opportunity for both sides probably early in the game. Maka King too strong from outside the 18. Hartford had a nice cross into the box as well. Just nobody to receive it. As Enriquez will commit the foul here. Andre Lewis, who is not intrigued with any more. Enriquez there. Got a man down now for Colorado Springs. Lewis already took a big hit early in the game. I think he's not amused to take any more fouls.
Yeah, he's not happy with the first 24 minutes into this game, getting that first hard foul, and 40-degree weather does not feel that great.
Another injury stoppage here brought to you by Centura Health. And this might be it here as for Maka King here, Corey.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little groin injury or something on that left leg.
Looks like Duke Lacroix is getting ready to enter.
Duke scoring the, or Lacroix scoring the game winner late in the 93rd minute to get that win against El Paso. Played with him 2 years in Reno, 1868. Good, fast left back, left wing player that is just going to be as dangerous on that. Probably going to the left side here.
Recently spent 2 seasons with Sacramento Republic. This substitution brought to you by the William J. Hibb-Bull Machine Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hibbbullcenter.org. So Lacroix is in, Mock King off. You hope this is just precautionary with King. The Colorado Springs had any intention of putting Lacroix on in the 26th.
Yeah, as a head coach, you don't want to see that, but you can't control everything on the field, and you just gotta. Hopefully, it's caution. It's not as bad as it looks, but you got to bring Duke in here on the right, and hopefully he can add some. It's always tough to come off the bench, especially when you're not expecting to play until the second half. So keep an eye on that.
Lacroix, part of that magical run to the U.S. Open Cup Finals last year with Sacramento. How much fun was that?
Yeah.
Terrific U.S. Open Cup. 27th minute here, still no score. Lacroix for King, the one and only sub here in the early going. As Hodge tries to handle this. Foster all over him. And he will be cautioned. But looks like no card. Saw the head official talking about brought that arm over the shoulder there, held him down.
Yeah.
No card, just a talking to there for Foster. And that penalty kick he had against Sporting Kansas City in the U.S. Open Cup.
Oh, the chip down the middle. Ice cold. It's great hold-up play by Williams there. That's what he's going to bring to this Colorado side. Be able to clip those balls, move up 30 yards, but lay it off to your midfielders, and then get the switch on going.
Looks like Springs were in business there. Andy's passed a tad off target. Hartford playing out of the back, low line drive ball. Lacroix, oh, he lost it. Sadie on the far side. Nice move from Sadie as he angles towards the center of the pitch, and a slip there from Amo.
It's positive from Hartford, though.
Sadie went right by the man, and now Colorado Springs in business. Foster played it back, but it was intercepted by Lewis. And a foul on Mario Williams.
I think the weight of the pass there let Lewis think there was somebody coming in behind him, but I think Foster was trying to fit it in there to his feet, take a touch, and have a quick shot on goal.
Yeah, there's space to work with initially on that run. Fell apart pretty quickly. Let's take another look.
Yeah, you see Foster getting behind here. Logue catching up to him, and I think he's trying to fizz this into Lewis's feet. But he thought somebody was behind him with the weight of the pass, but well done by Andre Lewis just to get that foul, slow the game down, and get a free kick.
Tristan Hodge hustling back as well. He's a couple solid defensive plays here today. Now on the ball. Camato plays it back. Logue. Hodge. Possession here from Hartford. Cedeno in the corner. And he'll earn a corner kick. Cedeno standing close to it. This corner kick brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. Bank well, be well. True loud. Pikes Peak National Bank here in the 30th minutes. See if Cedeno sends one in. We'll play it close to Openo. Back to Cedeno inside the box. He fires. That's deflected. Still headed around the area. Sadie plays back to Andre Lewis. He steps forward. Now Sadie played in, deflected out, and Colorado Springs clears. This is better from Hartford.
Yeah, definitely. You want to get the ball out wide, get in a good cross there. Unfortunately, there's no near post run there. If Hartford can get one guy across the near post, it's an easy tap in.
A couple of dangerous crossing opportunities now for Hartford in the first half hour.
Just like last week, they're dangerous on the free kicks, corner kicks. They're always having a trick play or something dangerous coming off, and as you can see there.
Openo, he found some space, back post. So that looks on a beeline to Sadie. Nice deflection at the last moment. Mahoney got in there. Still in the attacking third, it's Hodge. Now Sadie. Lewis. Lappert goes back.
Talking to Ramos this week, he wanted to get out wide, get behind Colorado through the wings and everything, get some crosses in, and it looks like the first 30 minutes, that's what they're really focusing on, and it's working well right now.
And taking a bit to open up like it has in the last 5 to 10 minutes, but yeah, to your point, wasn't sure how much he was going to get out of the midfield initially against this Colorado Springs pressure.
Yeah, Colorado front midfield three, very fit, always pressing, and that's always tough for a team to go down the middle. But Hartford sticking to their game plan, getting it wide, getting crosses in, looking dangerous and winning some free kicks.
Saw a pretty good chance generated by that last set piece. Cedeno and Openo talking about it right here. See who takes it. It's Cedeno. Easily headed out. I think that was where he wanted to put it.
No, you want to get it over that first defender, get your players a chance to get onto it.
Sadie dancing. A great centering pass. Cedeno couldn't do what he wanted with it there either. Colorado Springs having to tread water slightly here.
Hartford controlling the game the last 10, 15 minutes. This is what they want to see. Very positive from them. Just need to get somebody on the end of those chances.
Really working the wings here. Openo again, looking to create. Goes in line, chipped far side, and again, just a bit out of the reach of his teammate making a run. Lewis. Lappert plays in. And Colorado Springs there.
Yeah, Hartford getting into dangerous spots, but when they're looking up on the wings, there's not many players in the box. You need 3 players at least, one in the attacking the near post, one staying out on the back post, and somebody trailing late, but Openo looks up and he doesn't see not many players in the box there.
How has Hartford started to play more fluid in the last 10 minutes? What have you seen in terms of any adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, there's not many adjustments you want to do as Hartford. They're getting into those wide places. They're creating chances. They just need to get those runners into the right spots and hopefully finding them and creating that one chance that can get them that goal.
A yellow card's going to be issued here to Rad. Kaveh Rad given the second yellow of this match. Let's see what happened.
Stepping in a little aggressively there. Williams getting his body in between the ball and the man. Just a good hold-up play and a little reckless from Rad coming in there with the kick on the back foot.
You knew he fouled him. It looks like he was saying, look, that's my first infraction.
Yeah, you're always going to argue that as a center back.
A yellow card. Sponsored by Diverse's Health, mental health and well-being for all.
As a forward, you hate when you know a center back's coming through, so Williams will have that in the back of his head for the next time.
Colorado Springs chipped back post. Hodge heads it. Still with switchbacks. Foster can't get the cross, but earns a set piece.
Yeah, good little cross from Colorado to create a little chance here, and hopefully they can get something off the corner.
This corner kick brought to you by T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Foster will jog back towards the box. Nairo Enriquez to take the corner. Salvador International. Sent in. They got a head to it, and it's just wide to the right of the post. Another good opportunity here for Colorado Springs, this time off the corner kick.
Yeah, it's a great ball in here by Enriquez, and unlucky on the header, not going on target, but Mahone getting up there, getting a good head on it, and looks like Andre Lewis would have had that covered near post. Both teams looking good there.
Yeah, Matt Mahoney, third season with Switchbacks. 2 goals, 4 assists last year. Another former Sacramento Republic man. He's like Sacramento East with all the acquisitions on this roster. What was your favorite road trip in the USL?
Favorite road trip is definitely going, if you're in a cold spot, definitely going somewhere that's warm and playing in a nice weather game. But there's a lot of games that have a good road trip with them.
Foster and Hodge are battling hard there. Foul against Foster.
Very physical game in this first half.
It's a good, clean, fair battle between 2 talented players.
Yeah, just Hodge getting in between the ball and the man, just protecting in, drawing the foul. Smart play by him.
Foster will be frustrated. Just a foul conceded, nothing more.
Yeah, as an attacking player, you just give him a little bump and defender goes down. You're not, as a forward or attacking player, you're not too happy about it, but it's an easy call for the ref.
Still no score here in the 38th minute. Game has certainly opened up. Not a lot on that pass on the ground. Hartford still with possession here. Here's Hodge.
Mo trying to find the ball, dropping a little deeper. You want him to get on the ball in the box. You want him to score those chances that are getting created. He's just coming a little deep, trying to just get into the game, get in the flow. As a forward, you want to touch the ball. You want to be in those spots. So he's looking to get something.
Hodge goes into the area where Mo is. Q there, trying to get him more involved. Sadie's seen more touches in the last 10 minutes or so, and good things have really been happening when he has the ball in space. If you're Hartford, probably very pleased with the first 40 minutes thus far.
Yeah, definitely. Sadie needs to get going on that right side. Just keep running at him, keep playing, keep trying to connect with Mo and try to find those wide chances and get in some crosses in the box.
When you're a forward, as the foul committed here against Hartford, when you're a forward, do you need a lot of touches to get into the kind of rhythm you want of your game? Or did you find ways like, hey, even if the ball isn't finding my side of the field too often, I'm still making runs, I'm making eye contact with my midfield and making good things happen? How much do you typically feel those players up front need the ball to get in the rhythm they want?
Yeah, as a forward, you always want to be on the ball. You always want to be touching it, but you don't want to be touching it in the wrong areas. You don't want to be coming back too deep and finding the ball and then always just playing it back. You want to find those runs in between the center backs or in between the outside back and the center back, finding the ball in those spaces, which brings you confidence coming into the game.
If you weren't getting it in the positions you wanted early, would you would you sag a little bit more towards the midfield, trying to just find more touches on ball?
Yeah, and it's just coming. You always want to be on the ball. So if you're not finding the ball up near the goal, you're always going to drop a little lower and keep dropping and keep dropping. That's where discipline needs to come in. He needs to stay high, trust that his midfielders are going to get him the ball, and just stay out of those pockets, because when he starts dropping, then the midfielders lose their space and they won't be able to find you because you're so low.
I think Hartford's done a good job with Sadie today. He's found good opportunities on that far side wing. For Athletic, generated some chances from the wings. Nothing into the net as of yet. Switchbacks FC have looked confident at times as well, looking for something transition here. Unable to keep a hold of it in the midfield.
Colorado looking dangerous coming out, but it's always that last pass or that last touch that's just letting them down there.
Foster's made some runs. Enriquez has been involved, but unable to put it together for a goal as of yet. .12 in terms of expected goals for Colorado Springs, .03 for Hartford. If Haji Berry was still on this Colorado Springs roster, it probably wouldn't be .12 today either, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's definitely a different look for Colorado this year.
Hodge goes down there.
I don't know how many more fouls Foster's going to get before he sees that yellow card.
He's towing the line, is he? Isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. That's a tough one right there.
Comparison to the last one we saw.
Yeah, I didn't complain that much on that one.
Keep an eye on that if there's another foul with Foster. If it'll be our third yellow card, perhaps.
It's a good interchange there with Mo coming short, with Hopino going over the top. Just need to find that ball into his feet.
Jimmy Ockford has snuffed out some sequences today towards that right back spot. Just a few minutes left here in the first half. We'll see how much stoppage time is added. We had a couple injury stoppages, nothing too consequential in terms of time on the pitch, although, of course, one of the storylines of this first half, Duke Lacroix coming in the 26th minute for Maka King. We got a whistle here. Spot kick going to Colorado Springs.
Yeah, and like last week, I mean, Hartford was tied with, it was 2-2 with 5 minutes left in the first half. This is going to be, hopefully they learned from their mistakes last week and they can get into this half either 0-0 or them winning 1-0. Don't want to give up a late one here and go into halftime now down 1-0.
Yeah, Corey, goal number one was do not concede in the first 2 minutes, right?
Yep.
Now they're in that 40 to 45th minute window.
Yep.
A chance to improve on what became a nightmare last week in Monterey Bay.
Yeah, I think it was 2 goals in 2 minutes or something like that. Going from 2-2 to 4-2 going into halftime is not a great feeling walking off that, because you're feeling that you battled back twice in that first half. You've gone down 1-0, battled back 1-1. Gone down 2-1, battled back. You're going into halftime sitting 2-2 with a lot of confidence, but unfortunately they got those 2 goals and you're going in with a total different feeling.
Springs trying to move forward towards the end of the half. A whistle there blows it dead as Sandy falls to the turf.
And for Colorado, they're probably thinking the same thing. They can get a goal right now between now and stoppage time. Try to get that 1-0 and have Hartford going into that halftime like last week, feeling down and not confident at all.
Foster tried to play it in. A little off balance. And now Hartford perhaps the shin.
Opino made a great run there if they can find him.
Hodge will play back to Logue. Back and forth here. Hartford in no hurry. More than content to take a 0-0 match into the locker room. Omo cannot control this one. So 4 minutes of stoppage time here to finish the first half. Stoppage time brought to you by the TikTok Shop. 4 extra minutes here in the first half.
Like we said, this is a huge 4 minutes for Hartford going into halftime, either 0-0 or winning 1-0. Huge for their confidence. Foster's done well there, working hard, winning that ball back and getting a free kick there.
You know, Tab Ramos has his team locked in to finish the half here. So there's another look. This time Foster going down. Hodge and Foster have been fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely a great battle. Just excited to see them in the second half, see which one's going to come out a winner.
Right. Foster had that early assist last week against El Paso in the 2nd minute, making an introduction.
With Colorado, it's always that last pass, that final third pass that's just not clicking for him this week.
Lewis. Tough spot to handle. And the whistle came in.
Andre Lewis just telling Hodge to come out wide a little bit more. He didn't feel comfortable with that pass. He was sitting too much in. Couldn't find him that ball. If Hodge comes over a little bit, he'll be able to play the ball and get the ball out, swinging to the other side.
You see Lewis so focused on not starting a perhaps bad giveaway in that situation.
Yeah, it's very smart by him. He doesn't want to play that ball and give a little question, and then all of a sudden it's 1-0 at halftime. Right. So smart by him that he didn't want to play that ball, got his body in the way. Little nudge in the back is always going to get you a foul.
He felt he was close to drawing that foul, and then he did. That will elicit an infraction, but no card. Enriquez and what's that there? Lappert.
Lappert going in there a little reckless there. Lucky to not get a yellow card right before half.
Lappert, the Yukon product, a Frenchman. As this goes out of play, there's a look at Lappert there. I'm a fan of Lappert's boots. The louder, the better, in my opinion.
Definitely. Always wore black as a player. Always wore black boots. Yeah.
And it's simple.
Wasn't the flashy type.
Hartford with possession here towards the end of the first half. Trying to get into Openo. That's cut off. And Mahoney. Or Oxford, excuse me.
It's a good idea from Sedano. Just a little too much on the inside on that pass there, but good ball, good run by Openo.
Might be about it for the first half. And there's your whistle. So a couple of chances generated, but ultimately no score here in the first 45+ minutes of play. Perhaps sets up for an intriguing second half here, partner.
Yeah, definitely. Hartford coming out there, I think, on the more positive in the first 45 minutes, not giving up any goals, going into halftime at 0-0. And as Colorado goes in, you're just thinking they need to create more chances, need a little more dangerous, and be smarter with the ball in the attacking third.
No score here after a half of play as Colorado Springs looking for back-to-back wins. Hartford Athletic looking much more composed defensively in their second road match of the season. Switchbacks FC and Hartford Athletic. More coming up on this halftime report. You're watching the USL on ESPN+. We welcome you back to Widener Field. This is the USL on ESPN+. A beautiful nights for soccer as we roll along. Tonight's honorary healthcare professional of the match is Raphael Hogwin, director of the laboratory at Centura Health. Thank you for all you've done to help our community. The healthcare professional of the match, co-sponsored by Encore Electric, along with Olson Plumbing and Heating. All right, let's take a look at some of the midweek highlights around the league. Still starting here with Colorado Springs and their 2-1 victory. They did not waste any time getting in the score column. One of their new additions contributing, and Jairo Enriquez putting it in the net here, partner.
Yeah, Foster here just putting the defender on skates, like you said. Great cut right there and a great ball across. He's going to be dangerous for them this year.
That's a high-level goal to start off their scoring. Look at him, woo! There he goes. Great distribution. And a terrific finish as well, setting up Enriquez for the opening tally in just the second minute of the match. El Paso would respond. Zacharias off the self-volley.
Yeah, not the best touch from him, but even a great finish in near post, beating that keeper low near post and just tying up the game.
And Duke Lacroix at the death. It looks like both teams would split a points, but in the 93rd minute, Lacroix finds the corner in a thrilling season opening match for Colorado Springs. Switchbacks to earn 3 points on the road before they headed back home. This was also a good one as well. Birmingham and Tulsa. Tell you what, Tyler Pasher showed out. He had a pair of goals.
Yeah, putting the team on his back, just dribbling around the keeper. Tough finish right there.
This would be a 3-2 victory for Birmingham as you see some of the early scoring. This is one of the games of the week in the USL. Was leveled up. We were 2-2 heading to the finish. And then Pasher with a terrific individual effort here.
Yeah, taking on 2-3 defenders and then keeping it low near post, beating the keeper and getting the game tied up at 2-2.
A terrific start to the campaign as well for Birmingham Legion. In good spirits moving forward. What other drama will we see over the course of the second weekend of USL action? We're off to a great start, no doubt about that, as you saw some of the top highlights around the league. This halftime highlight look has been brought to you by Widener. Second half action coming up here on ESPN+. Don't go anywhere.
Get ready to wave the flags. Get ready to bang the drums. Get ready to light the smoke. Get ready to shine.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Get ready to wave the flags. Get ready to bang the drums. Get ready to light the smoke. Get ready to shine.
Tonight's USL match on ESPN Plus is brought to you by Weidner. 45 minutes through, no score between Colorado Springs and Hartford Athletic. We'll see what comes of the next 45 minutes. These two teams had no problem scoring last week as we take some look at some news and notes from around the league. Louisville City seeing some representation on the U.S. men's national team U20s. Douglas Martinez moving over to Indy 11, and just fun every year to see the national exposure the USL continues to get. This is one of many games, dozen-plus games coming up on ESPN2 over the course of the season.
Yeah, and I think that Douglas Martinez move is big for Indy 11, adding another attacking player that's going to bring a lot of goals, a lot of assists, hopefully, for them.
Let's take a look around the league. What else is going on here tonight? I think we had a late score in that New Mexico United Miami FC game, an 85th minute PK, leading to the win on the road for New Mexico United. Partner, we were watching Pittsburgh and Memphis 901 FC a little bit earlier. Anything stand out here to you?
Yeah, Memphis's first two games at home, you're expecting them to maybe come away with at least 4 points, if not 6, and they're both losses 3-1 at home. You're not expecting that from them.
We'll try to right the ship here soon. El Paso Locomotive Detroit City still to take place later tonight, coming up in about half an hour as you see what else is going on around the league tomorrow and throughout the upcoming week. Pittsburgh and Miami. Forward to seeing that one as well, but a nice slate of games over the next couple days here across the USL. Tonight, see if we get some goal scoring in the second half. Not too many opportunities in the first 45 between Hartford and Colorado Springs. Have a feeling that might change in the next 45. Switchbacks, Hartford Athletic. More coming up after the break. Just about set for second half action here in downtown Colorado Springs. Switchbacks FC in Hartford Athletic. No score after a half of play here on ESPN Plus with former USL and MLS forward Corey Herzog. I'm AJ Ricketts here alongside you tonight on a beautiful evening in Colorado Springs. Let's take a look at what action was accumulated over the course of the first half. Some opportunities that were generated throughout. The first one coming from Maka King, who eventually had to be subbed off, but good effort here from the outside.
Yeah, it's smart by Williams to lay that back so he can hit it first time. Unfortunately, just didn't get over it.
King started another effort after switching fields here. Colorado Springs felt like they were one pass away throughout the first half.
Yeah, and you see that a couple times in the first half, just with that final third pass just not being on gelling right and not being on target.
Hartford had plenty of crosses into the area, also unable to connect with that final touch. But when Sadie or Lewis were trying to generate things, typically they'd have opportunities. That's probably the best chance they have in the first.
Yeah, and like I said, you need somebody getting across that near post run, and it's an easy tap in. There's no players getting in the right spots at that time.
Mahoney got a header to this that was just right of the post off the set piece. That's about it there in the first half. 3 combined shots, nothing on target, 50-50 possession. It's an interesting second half here. What adjustments, if any, do you feel are to be made to that dressing room?
Yeah, I think Hartford doesn't really need to make too many adjustments, maybe just getting more runners in the box, but I think Colorado needs to come out with their foot on the pedal and really make the Hartford center backs very uncomfortable, making them turn and run towards their goal.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule for both these sides. First for Colorado Springs. They'll be right back on the road after this for a pair of matches at San Antonio and Loudoun United before being at home for 2 of the next 3. Next match on March 25th. Take a look at Hartford as well. They'll be back home. They haven't been home yet. So they'll have 2 against Birmingham and Orange County for a bit of a road swing. That's just 1 home match in the month of April. Charleston, Oakland, Birmingham for the next 3. So just about set to get back underway here in the second half. See a little bit of downtown Colorado Springs. Admittedly, perhaps for a neutral observing, there have been other halves of football with more entertainment value, but just based on the precedent of last week's matches, maybe some more fun in store in the second half. We'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely. Hartford probably liked that first half compared to last week, but hopefully we see some more action and more chances and a goal in the second half.
And referee Callan Radosov has us ready to get back underway from Widener Field. Glad to have you with us tonight on ESPN Plus. Hartford now moving from left to right. Colorado Springs, the navy and blue jerseys. Again, just 3 combined shots in that first half of play.
Yeah, and you can see right off the kickoff, Hartford had a play there for Prince to get in behind. Unfortunately, the ball wasn't just right, but you can see they're just trying to get Prince on the ball as soon as possible.
Again, while I said that for the neutral, the first half may have been lacking something, for Hartford supporters that perhaps are probably satisfied with that first half. Defensive adjustments made, no quick goals, no back-breaking sequences at the end of the first half. They're right where they want to be right here.
Yeah, when you go from 4 goals in 1 half but down to 0 in 1 week, you can't be too upset with that. It's a positive for Hartford, and hopefully they can lead that into the second half.
First half, Ramos brings such a pedigree into the program. Assistant on the U.S. men's national team, has been involved in the development of so many talented players in the U.S. system through the years. And up for this challenge with Hartford.
You can see Colorado already being a little higher up the field, working on that press, trying to get Hartford on their heels.
A head injury blowing this dead as Amo is on the ground near midfield.
Definitely feeling those 2 center backs today.
Let's see if we can gather what happened there at Amo. Contact from behind. If Ockford Got him on the head there. It's hard to tell. It's brought to you by Centura Health. Scratching the head. They'll, of course, take a further look to make sure anything in the head area, of course, has more attention seen to it. Phenomenal. Looks to be all right walking off. But now he's back on the field, ready to go. That clearance was shanked a bit in nets by Sanchez. So throw in here for Colorado Springs around the attacking third as Segrist goes back to midfield. Matt Mahoney. Cabato is tripped. Free kick Hartford.
And what you want to see out of Colorado in the next 5-10 minutes is just getting on the front foot, putting some pressure on Hartford, getting in behind and creating those chances. Hopefully you can get one early, get Hartford chasing the game, and then 2 or 3 to come. And if on the other side, you want Hartford, you want to be able to keep the ball in front of you, keep making the game a little slower than what you want. Just trying to create that one chance from out wide, get a Sadie on the ball, and be able to create that one chance to get that 1-0 lead.
Enriquez. He's tripped from behind. And this may be a card here for Lewis. And he is issued, or Cabato, excuse me. Cabato with the yellow, the 3rd yellow of his game. And that's a clumsy play from behind. That could have been warranting of much more here, Corey.
Yeah, you could tell he's a little frustrated not being able to win that tackle at first, but you got to keep your discipline there. You got 4 defenders behind you. You don't need to make that foul.
Enriquez certainly thought it might have been deserving of more than a yellow. Cabato, let's say it, it's probably fortunate here. Sliding tackles from behind where you miss by that much. Certainly be elevated a step further. Cabato, formerly with FC Tulsa, 22-year-old from Toronto. 28 appearances last year for FC Tulsa. Oh, that got him behind, and just a step away from it was Cedeno. Nearly a disastrous passage of play for Colorado Springs.
And that's just off a simple kick from the keeper. Just Amo getting up, being big there, little flick in behind, and Sedona almost got on the end of it.
This is played long and out for a throw-in for Hartford. Based on the struggles that Hartford had defensively last week, are you somewhat surprised at the pace of play from Colorado Springs today and maybe how conservative they've been offensively, or are you still more of the likes of what you expected? Just what's your analysis of Colorado Springs and the pressure they've tried to apply?
Yeah, you definitely thinking coming into this game, Colorado would want to be on the front foot, try to create those early chances, get the early lead. But Hartford's done very well to keep them contained, not letting Foster get in behind, not letting many people get in behind and create those chances. So it's great discipline from Hartford this week compared to last week.
Hartford on the back foot right now. This is played in. Now back out to Segrist. How do you feel Hartford to that point has kept Colorado Springs in check? Where is it broken down?
Yeah, I think Colorado has also beaten themselves up a couple times. Sure. They're in the right places, but they're playing just those balls not into the right person, or it's a little bit behind or a little too soft.
You're seeing the physicality here. This is center. Maybe miss-hit a little bit on that far side as well from Foster.
But in the first half there, that ball that goes out wide was misplayed a little bit. That's good from Colorado coming in there, getting Foster on the ball, and a good ball.
This corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We are in your corner. You saw Foster, a brief smile after that, and knew he probably could have done a little bit more. He still hit it into a dangerous area, even with the miss hit, but enough time for the Hartford defense to recover.
Yeah, definitely. And one of my favorite runs as being a forward is getting across that near post, because it's one of the hardest ones to defend, and it opens up everything behind you. So that's what these two teams need to focus on right now.
Swinging ball, lofted. Lacroix was trying to settle. Pinballed around a bit. Lacroix went down. There's no whistles. That's played well by Enriquez. Centered. Punched away.
He can keep dribbling there. He doesn't have to cross. He can keep dribbling. Just have a defender come out. That's one less defender in the box there.
Williams resets it in.
Yeah, I was thinking that could be a possible PK there. Duke getting the touch and Lewis kicking the bottom of his foot. There we go.
Lacroix giving chase. Another vantage point will give us another look. Contact with the feet there.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. As a forward, you want that call all day, though.
Sure. Spoken like a former forward. Hodge is down. Grabbing his head.
Trainers are busy today.
Yeah, about the 5th time we've had a player down this evening. Hodge is all right. Mike Diaz getting a lot of work right now. Athletic trainer. Stretching out his leg. It looked like Hodge was holding his head initially. Just one substitute thus far in the game. Ramaka King had to go out. Lacroix came in for him. It's been the only substitution we've seen thus far. Mario Williams with, looks like a kind word here. Hodge appears to be all right. Switchbacks fans, glad to have soccer back. Home opener in Colorado Springs. Temperature still a little brisk in the state of Colorado. They'll take the home match regardless. 55th minute here. Hartford, Colorado Springs, scoreless. Not too much offense to speak of. The game has opened up a little bit. This is played just outside the 18. Now back to Enriquez.
You can see Hartford being very disciplined here with the 4-5-1. Just making it very difficult to find those passes in between players, creating them, making them go out wide, and then when they get out wide, just getting the players out there to try to block crosses.
It's played to the far post, but well too strong from Foster, who was trying to service it.
And Hartford would take that all day. Get 4 players in the box for crosses and be able to head them out. Being able to just control the game that way with the 4-5-1 and just low block and just being disciplined.
They are packing it in along the back line. Colorado Springs having all sorts of issues figuring out this puzzle at the moment. So plenty of time to work with.
Yeah, Colorado needs to focus on trying to get those defenders facing their own goal. They don't want to play slow and have Hartford be able to set up their block and be able to harder to break down. Much more harder to break down a block of 4-5-1 than getting in behind, having defenders running at their goal.
Here's something positive from Hartford. Just a bit too much. Good cross played in. That's what Hartford Athletic have done well today. Attacking from the outside wings. Times Sadie again with a solid touch on the far side.
Another example, though, of someone needs to get across that front post. I mean, I think maybe I would have had about 3 or 4 goals in this game for each team.
Yeah, the way the wings are servicing right now, it's opportunistic.
As soon as you see the ball out wide as a forward, you want to get across that first post. Just a little touch in and you got a goal.
Job by Sanchez a moment ago to run out. Saw an attack developing. Clear here. Cabato chasing down. Has to be careful. Oh, it's given away. Here's Speedy Williams. Fires. Blocked. Second ball. Played in again. My goodness, that was right towards Richard Sanchez, able to parry it away. Now foul on the far side, a set piece coming up for Colorado Springs. Boy, bad giveaway in the back, Corey.
Yeah, you want this falling to your forward here. Speedy Williams wins it back. He can take a big touch there to get a little closer and draw the keeper out, and then slot it low far post, but he goes with power right here and just strips it down the middle. Any forward will take a big touch there, grab the keeper out, and then slot it one side or the other. But still, good positive play from Colorado with that press they're bringing.
Undoubtedly the best opportunity of the evening for Colorado Springs. A set piece, free kick brought to you by the Underline, delivering gigabit fiber internets, underline.com/COS. Enriquez to take the spot kick. Headed, saved. Oh, what a dive by Sanchez, and he denies Elvis Omo the first goal.
And look where he received that ball, coming across the near post. That's the run he needs to make every single time when the cross comes in. And he'll be unlucky there, but a great save by Sanchez. But that's what you want. You want him running across in the near post.
Romario Williams, I beg your pardon. Wrong number 9. 59th minute here. As Williams nearly had the opening tally, they'll play this short. Sidestep, dispossessed. A great run from Williams, 28-year-old Jamaican. Now another cross in, just too far.
More positive from Colorado there, though. I guarantee you if he makes more runs across the near post like that, he's going to get a goal here sooner or later. What a save by Sanchez.
Terrific reaction.
As a forward, you're already celebrating there, putting it low near post on a free kick like that. You're thinking it's going in the back of the net. What a save by Sanchez.
He's played for a number of MLS organizations, not just the Galaxy. Has spent time with Chicago Fire, Sporting Kansas City. He's been around the USL for a number of years as well. He ensures that Williams would not have the first goal of this match.
That's the reason they brought him in. Big saves like that changes games.
How close were they here? Now another cross in. Whew. Hartford Athletic determined to attack from the wing. Sadie putting it in the mixer there.
Yeah, it's a great run, and Hopino getting across that near post as he drags defenders out. That's the runs you want. Need somebody coming in, crashing that back post. Not the best cross by Sadie, a little high, but the attack and the right mindset's right there. But great run by Hopino to get that. Look, 2 defenders go with him. That means it's one-on-one in the back post when you get someone crashing there.
McQuall probably felt on an island right there trying to keep Sadie from.
Yeah, I definitely don't want Sadie running at me.
No. Tall task for Lacroix. He needs to have his wits about him. He was the winning goal scorer last match, but he'll have to do his job defensively too in situations like that. All Sadie needs is half a step.
Yeah, it'll be a fun matchup. 2 speedsters on that side.
Boy, how close was Mario Williams? Played 76 minutes against El Paso, joins after a season with New Mexico United last year, had 1 goal across 10 appearances. He's been overseas for a little bit before that in the Kuwait Premier League, the Egyptian Premier League, Jamaican International. So close to the first tally today, but denied by Sanchez. Colorado Springs still searching for that go-ahead goal.
As you can see again, Hartford dropping into that 4-5-1, playing a low block. Going to be tough for Colorado to be able to get in behind here. Very good discipline by Hartford here. They're just trying to drag him out, picking the right times to press.
Good turn from Enriquez.
And this is what you need.
Got by Cabato, plays it far side. Malik Foster lays it off. A chance here for Springs, headed out of play.
And that's what you need with a 4-5 block, 4-5-1 block. You need a midfielder to get in those pockets, turn with the ball, and then find those little slip passes. Well done by Colorado there.
Corner kick, though, to Colorado Springs. Springs with nearly 70% possession here in the second half. Enriquez takes the kick. Headed high, punched away. Second ball goes to Hartford. Gonna play it upfield. Nobody home. Herrera came out. Now player down for Hartford. Being attended to here. That's Lappert.
Wonder if the Colorado altitude's hitting the Hartford players right now. It's tough going there, playing 90 minutes.
I was going to say, did you feel the difference?
Yeah, I got tired in warm-ups last year.
Well, that's not ideal. You think you're in shape, you think you've worked hard, and then you get a little elevation in the system.
Yeah, that altitude will knock you down real quick.
That's always the storyline, of course, right? When the U.S. goes to Azteca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's that altitude hits you differently when you're not used to it.
Reinitiate a little further back here. Sniper looks to be all right. Matt Mahoney. Ockford plays forward. McQuall wanted to make a run after that pass.
Obono looking ready to jump. Hartford setting up that press very nicely.
A little bit of pressure themselves, forcing the giveaway. Hartford set to go to the bench here. Cedeno's day will be complete. Connor McGlynn will be the sub.
Connor will bring a different aspect to the game than Sedona. He's definitely going to be able to bring in more the long ball coming in, switching fields, getting on the ball. Not as much tricky and all that as Sedona, but he'll bring in a good different weapon for Hartford, maybe to get the big switch to Sadie, get Sadie on the ball a little more.
What did you feel of Cedeno's play today?
Played well. Didn't find the ball as much as he probably liked, but I thought he played well, battled hard. Unfortunately, didn't find an assist or a goal today, but thought he played well.
Last year for McGlynn, a 23-year-old from New York out of Siena. 21 starts and 29 appearances.
Connor will sit in that number 6 by himself. Hartford looking like they're pushing Lewis a little higher.
Enriquez got through a pair of defenders. He's trying to go far side to Lacroix. Hit Cabato on the boots instead.
And just like the first half, that last pass just coming into the attacking third. He gets that on point. They're in a different situation right now.
Hartford forcing Colorado Springs to essentially be perfect on a spell of possession. They want to finish off one of these sequences with a goal.
Yeah, and Hartford being very disciplined, unlike the first game of the season. They're just in the right spots at the right time and just making it really hard for Colorado to break them down and find that final pass to get in behind.
It's a Hartford team that ended last year strong. Final 6 games with Tab Ramos as Foster making a run. Centered. Nobody home. That was more of what we saw from Foster early in the first half, was it not?
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want Foster to get the ball at his feet, get in behind. A little 1-2 there with Duke, Lacroix, and they're in. And unfortunately, just couldn't find. They had 2 good runners in there, just couldn't find the end product.
I mentioned the final 6 games for Hartford last year. They won 3 of those, scored 14 goals across the stretch, and even though they were, well, out of the range of a playoff spot, they were selling out those final couple of home games. And Tab Ramos talking about the culture and situation this year. He said, there's one thing I can tell you about the players we have this year. They care. Our goal is to win every game. Or there's a match we don't win, the opponent's going to have a really tough time taking us down because these guys fight every day. Colorado Springs experiencing that right now.
Yeah, and you can see it. They weren't happy with the result last week. 5-3, first game, letting in 5 goals. You see them in just 7 days be able to change that, change the attitude, and just be more disciplined on the defensive side of the ball, and it's coming out here.
We're seeing exactly why Tab Ramos was encouraged.
Yeah, 100%.
Fight from one week to the next as we approach the 70th minute.
And as Hartford gets later in the game, this is what they want, 0-0. Hopefully they can sneak in a goal late in the game and come out with 3 points.
They're giving themselves a chance here on the road. McGlynn will play it back. McGlynn goes down, foul on Enriquez.
Experience right there from Hopino. Not many options, just got his body in between the ball, got a free kick for his team instead of turning it over.
Hopino. Too strong. Chase down. Sadie. Prince Sadie. Oh, great move. Goes back to the inline. Plays it across. Oh, it's a goal! Or a whistle first. No, it's a goal.
Doesn't want to celebrate against his old team.
Oh, Elvis Amo with the go-ahead goal here in the 70th minute. The reserved celebration, but Hartford Athletic takes the lead. One of these crosses finally connects.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see out of Prince. That's what he's going to bring to this game, taking on a defender. I mean, he made him spin 1, not twice, not 3 times, and a great ball. And that run from Hopino, dragging one of the players, leaving Williams on the Mo on the back post for an easy header into the back of the net. 1-0 Hartford.
We've said it time after time today. When Sadie is in space on the wing, good things were happening for Hartford, and that time able to connect with his new teammates. And that teammate playing against this former team, able to strike for the first goal, and Colorado Springs is stunned.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting the next 10-15 minutes how both teams react to this. Hartford, not used to being out 1-0, especially on the road. What are they going to do? And how's Colorado going to get back into this game?
How aggressive does Colorado Springs get now? How vulnerable may that leave them? On a counter, let's see here, 20+ minutes to play. And a stunned Widener Field. Elvis Amo, who signed on January 5th. Such an outstanding season with Colorado Springs last year. An offense that finished with the 5th most goals in the USL Championship. 30 starts, 13 goals for Amo last year. Whistle there on McGlynn. Free kick here to Colorado Springs.
Hartford need to stay disciplined. Don't want to give away cheap fouls, free kicks in these dangerous areas. Colorado's dangerous and they could score quickly.
mentioned earlier, you saw Hartford playing a 4-5-1. Pretty defensive shape already. Under any adjustments down the stretch that they try to get even more defensive. Enriquez plays in. Hartford got ahead to it first. Second ball outside the 18 and whips just over the crossbar.
If he picks up his head there, he has Foster in. Just a little touch over the top, and Foster takes it down and an own goal.
Zandy with the left foot. Really bounced pretty perfectly to him.
Yeah, and these are strikes that you dream about, so you can't blame him for taking it off the chest. If he just picks up his head there, he has two players on the left side. You might see it here.
So difficult to refrain from letting that one loose, though, is it not?
Yeah, yeah. You dream of those and just picture putting it in the top corner, tying up the game 1-1.
Nil to Hartford here in the 74th minute. No Danny Barrera on this trip as well for Hartford.
Yeah,
has been a mainstay in that lineup for years.
Yeah, interesting there. Came in last week, played well, got an assist, had a look on goal too. He played well that last 15 minutes, I thought.
Andre Lewis goes near side.
But if you're Hartford, you don't want to have to sit back in your low block at a 4-5-1 right now. You still want to keep your foot on the pedal and try to get in behind here.
Sadie, what magic could he work again? Stops on a dime, crosses back, plate towards the middle, and then hit off of a Hartford man. Shot taken from well outside the box. An ambitious effort wide left. So Aaron Wheeler for Colorado Springs and Deshane Beckford are going to enter for Switchbacks here at this moment, actually. Enriquez to the bench. See Beckford coming in.
Wheeler's going to bring that big presence up top with battling for balls, crosses whipped into the box. He's a big boy, and he scored plenty of goals with his head.
So Romario Williams and Iro Enriquez head to the bench. These substitutions brought to you by the William J. Hitbull Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at hitbullcenter.org. So Williams nearly had the go-ahead goal for Colorado Springs. Denied by Sanchez. And then Hartford gets their goal at last to take a 1-0 lead. Still plenty of time left for Switchbacks. Foster, good effort. Sanchez is there.
Colorado look like they're stepping on the pedal a little bit, trying to get Foster in behind a little more. Another good cross, and if we can get somebody across that near post, somebody will just have a nice, easy tap in. It's easier said than done, though.
Springs have been knocking. Hartford resilient in the back today. What a performance coming off some humbling moments at Monterey Bay last weekend. There's still a job to be done, though. 14+ minutes here on the road once more. They find Sadie on an excellent cross. He plays it forward. Another cross in, deflected, and a whistle. A foul on Hartford ends that opportunity.
I think Hopino's listening to me a little bit. He's made 3 near post runs right there and almost created a goal for his other player just making that run. There you go. You got Andre Lewis. Great ball to Hopino. Not really sure what he did there wrong. Great run. Just tried to flick it with his head and almost created an opportunity for Prince Sadie.
You see so often when contact with that keeper happens, it's almost an automatic whistle.
Yeah, and as a forward, you hate it because what are you supposed to do there?
Sure. Another whistle here to the dismay of Switchbacks supporters. Foster saying, hey, he got into me. And we mentioned earlier he may be on his last roll and was issued a yellow card for that.
Yeah, I didn't see what he did off camera, but you knew his next foul was going to turn into a yellow card with the first half he had.
Let's see what this will show us. Already in motion on the side of your screen as Lappert went down, and he's certainly in no hurry to get back up. See a little bit of blood on the knee too.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to slow down the defender, get his body in the way, try to slow him down, not be able to pick up his pace and get him behind.
Yellow card brought to you by the Versus Health. Time starting to tick down on Colorado Springs.
You're going to see Hartford try to slow this game down, make this 13 minutes with them last a long time. Try to slow the game down, keep control of the ball.
Lewis, Cavato. Lappert will play back. Rad will go to his keeper. Colorado Springs trying to apply some more pressure. As this comes downfield to Sadie. That's great distribution out of the back. Lewis making a run far side, trying to stay on. I think that's why Sadie initially didn't give off to him.
Too much time there. He had Lewis in. Just need to pick up his head. He's apologizing. He knows what he did. But you like the confidence that he has right now, and you can't expect much more with that great assist he had. He's just trying to take players on.
That was a great pass from Sanchez in his box to Sadie down the field.
Yeah, I don't know how much he knew about it, but an unbelievable ball.
Those sequences can just seem awfully casual over the course of a match, especially on the road. You don't get a reaction, but that's well done.
Yeah, as you can see here, Tulu, another center back coming in.
Yep.
Just to protect that lead for the last 10 minutes. He's one of those players that works hard every offseason, trains 100% every offseason. You can see him changing the formation. Maybe going to a 5-back here. Tulu's one of those subs that if you're winning 1-0 and there's 10 minutes left, you're definitely bringing him on. And it looks like they've gone to, looks like a 3 in the back, but they're most likely going to go with a 5.
Now a man down for Hartford. Seeing the frustration boil over a little bit. Colorado Springs, at least among the fans, who certainly feel it's a little bit of time wasting.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Hartford wants. Waste some time, free kicks in the attacking half. Take your time on it. Just be smart.
You're seeing at the international level in particular an emphasis on 90 full minutes of gameplay. So you'll see 10 to 15 minutes of stoppage time quite often now. Colorado Springs up to Foster. Oh, great tap. Can they develop something here? Beckford sends it in.
And you can see Hartford's discipline there. You look up and there's 5 people in the box. Nobody's going to get in between those defenders and score a goal with 5 defenders.
Another corner kick here. This one brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. In your corner, Cavato taking some time now. Down by the inline.
Yeah, Hartford just trying to waste some time, but lately, like you said, you've seen a lot of stoppage time, so I would expect a lot coming into this game.
Even still, it's a different brand of soccer in these final stages.
Yeah, I wonder if Hartford's athletic trainer has one of those GPSs on. He's probably ran. It's probably one of the top 10 on there for mileage.
I think there's no doubt he got his steps in for the for the day.
Attaboy, Mike.
Mike Rios. Maybe second minute here. Segrist sends it in. Hartford header to it first. Tapped back. Beckford. Parried away. Lacroix goes far side. Foster. Segrist again off the head of Cabato. Still pinballed around. That might have been a handball. A whistle. And Skundrich was in the area. Speedy Williams. Colorado Springs desperate here. Chipped forward. Headed towards the end line. And now a whistle against Colorado Springs.
Yeah, it looked like a little handball there on Lappert, I think it was, when he went up for the head ball. Looks like it came down and hit his hand. I don't know if the ref didn't call it because he didn't mean it. Be interesting to see that one.
I think a card was issued to Matt Mahoney there, yellow card. As he brought down the opposing player on a tackle on the end of that sequence. Beckford trying to make things happen. Foster fighting as well as Logue sends it out of play. Just under 7 minutes until stoppage time here. The pace certainly picking up in Weidner Field. Colorado Springs able to pull ahead earlier this week with just moments to spare. Right now they're playing from behind. Speedy Williams. Lewis in the area. Good one touch. They ended up. Opportunity there for Aaron Wheeler. Beckford again off the defender and out of play. Colorado Springs pressing here. Well done by Cabato as he was falling to the ground.
And as you can see, Hartford just defending that lead, having 8 to 9 players in the box behind the ball. It's going to be hard for Colorado to break them down, but this is what you want.
Wheeler turned. And a great distribution to Beckford. Nobody on the receiving end of that. Two players a little closer to the near post. Beckford's working over there on that far side, though.
Yeah, it looked dangerous at first, just not the right cross. Need to whip that a little lower, near post or right in the middle of the goal. A little too far.
Wheeler will fire.
Unlucky.
Handball. Wheeler, 34-year-old. Played his first season with the Switchbacks in 2021, coming out of retirement. Four goals and 2 assists 2 years ago. Steady veteran presence for the Switchbacks. Trying to earn them a couple more opportunities here to level the score.
They scored a couple late winners, late tires last year. Hoping to do the same thing this game right here. Hartford don't want to get stretched out here. Have a lot of people forward.
This is almost the preferred way to attack for Colorado Springs, the way Hartford's just been walling up when it's been played out of the midfield.
Yeah, Colorado really want to try to drag them out, try to get a couple Hartford players out of there, but Hartford staying disciplined, getting everybody behind the ball, as you can see right now.
Solid play here.
Hartford will take that all day. Sanchez is going to come out and grab that every single time. Even with Wheeler being, what is he, 6'6"?
Take his time reinitiating. Boy, how impressive has this response been from 1 week to the next. 5 goals conceded, to perhaps a shutout on the road for Hartford.
Yeah, this is a huge step for Hartford. Just coming here to Colorado, where you're expecting, after last week, Colorado coming out in full force, just being able to put some goals behind them, but being able to hold them to 0 is a great stepping stone early in the year for this Hartford.
Colorado Springs upset. Looked like they had a cross developing there, but whoever is throwing in the backup soccer balls and a miscommunication, so we had two soccer balls bouncing around.
Trying to play with 2 to break down this Hartford Athletic 4-5-1.
Seagrass was a little upset about it. I got through. It's to Shane Beckford again. Can he get the cross in? Leveled. Oh, what a cross and what a finish. Colorado Springs has equalized in the 88th. Incredible.
And just like I've been saying, what did he do? He made a run across the near post. He beat the keeper to the ball, and what did I say? It's going to be an easy tap in. Sooner or later, somebody was going to make that run and get the goal. What a goal, and this is going to be an interesting 5 to 10 minutes. 1-1 here, Hartford, Colorado.
With just minutes to spare, Colorado Springs have their first goal of the match here. Beckford working so hard, splits defenders, and finds a way to get it in.
But what a run, just like I said, across the near post. Just a tap in. Great run by him.
And Zandy with the goal.
Zandy, great touch.
Great touch, great run, near post.
Made a living doing that. And look at the excitement from him. He wants to get his team, get the ball back, get a second.
And after 88 frustrating minutes for Colorado Springs, Zach Zandy gives Switchbacks their first goal of the match, presented by Citrus Casinos. Welcome to the winner's zone. And now the thought process perhaps turns to one more, just like last week.
Yeah, Hartford's gonna...
A couple days ago, I should say.
Yeah, Hartford definitely want to be able to protect this 1 point. It's going to be an interesting 4 to 5 minutes here, with Wheeler winning 2-3 balls right there.
Hartford just trying to clear it. Perhaps get through this match with no more damage. Man down. It's Lewis. It'll be a throw-in for Colorado Springs after this. It's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. 6 minutes, excuse me. Here's where Lewis got hit. You assume, too, that perhaps time will be added to this 6 minutes as well.
Yeah, definitely. Lewis looks like he's in a lot of pain down there.
Sure, if he got hit on the front of the face there, so he may be checking. Brought over another athletic trainer. Let's take a second look at the scoring here. Shane Beckford, how about this effort to weave his way through a pair, and then the extra touch to give himself enough space to send that near post.
Yeah, it's a great lucky bounce there with getting in between the two defenders, but you got to credit the run. I've been saying it all game. You got to get across the near post, and what did I say? You'll get a tap in. And that's what it is. It's just a little touch.
The excellence of Sadie here.
Yeah, this is an amazing assist. Put in Duke Lacroix. Don't know which way he's going. Cutting it once, cutting it twice. What a ball on the back post and an easy tap in for a Mo.
Lewis still being attended to. He will be subbed out momentarily as Jonathan Philippe will enter. Both teams have played hard. They have played physical all match long. There has been no shortage of physicality or players going down. Remember early in the first half, Maka King had to be subbed down. Lewis also on the wrong end of the most recent collision. Looks to be in pain. You hope he's all right.
Pretty sure he had a bloody nose.
It's never a good sight at any venue.
He was kicking his legs something fierce. That's why I was curious. Yeah. But I saw them wiping blood from his nose. Oh, jeez. Hey, at least the ball scored. I know, right? My guy.
All of the stoppage time thus far has been without action as they attend to Lewis. You send your thoughts to that young man, a 28-year-old from Spanish Town, Jamaica, former Colorado Springs player as well.
Hit his head.
Returning for his second season at Hartford. 24 starts last year. And Hartford's first ever hat trick last October. A 6-3 win over Charleston. The veteran of this team, a veteran of the league.
6 more minutes.
Began his professional journey in 2014 with Charleston. 8-year veteran. Certainly concern among all watching on his status at the moment. Players on both these teams, of course, and all around the league with so much respect for a player like Lewis. Sport at time can just have some cruel, unfitting endings like this. Just minutes before this game has come to a conclusion, Lewis will be stretchered off. Our thoughts are certainly with him. Speculation unnecessary. Tab Ramos will update as soon as he knows post-match and throughout the week. Really, if you're a player on either side here, one of the most difficult things in soccer, in sport, to see someone you're close to go down, stretchered off, and try to get yourself back into the mental makeup to play at that level, that speed, that intensity, after you've just been rattled, seeing your teammates, your friend down for 10+ minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want to see as your teammates just laying there. So it'll be interesting how Hartford reacts to this and be able to play the next 6 minutes.
You're trying to. I mean, how disconcerting must this be? Just be trying to stay warm, kicking it around, be a professional. And you see that athletic training staff, the entirety of it,
Yeah,
feet away from you.
Yeah, you're trying to focus on the game, but when one of your players just laying there like that and just getting stretchered off the field, that's the first thought that always comes to your head. So hopefully they can get some sign out to the players that he's okay, that he's in good care, he's all that. So hopefully they can get that to the team and see what they can do the next 6 minutes for them.
Same. I'm gonna go find that bathroom. It's hot in there. He smacked his face.
The silence of the crowd quite evident in the conversation you may be able to hear in the background there. These fans, many supported this man just a few months ago.
Yeah, you're just hoping Lewis is okay and that training staff take care of him.
Sure to receive a loud and warm response from these Switchback fans and supporters upon being lifted onto the stretcher. What a concerning scene in Colorado at this juncture. 8-year league veteran Andre Lewis has been down for quite some time. All our thoughts and good wishes to Andre Lewis and his support system moving forward. A scary sight here at the end of the proceedings at Widener Field. In good hands, however. Looking forward to his next step. Tough to see, partner.
Yeah, you never want to see your teammate or brother getting stretched off to the field like that. You definitely know Hartford is going to play these next 6 minutes for Lewis right here.
Certainly hope so. Now the unenviable task for both of these clubs. Try to fight to the finish. After that, these are professionals. They are human beings too. Disconcerting finish here at Widener Field. As it stands, 1-1, Colorado Springs and Hartford. The whistle blows, and back they go. Immediately headed in, Foster, nearly seconds after the restart.
Yeah, it's a great flick by Wheeler. Foster needs to get over that, put it on target, and you're walking away with 2-1 with 5 minutes left into this game. Just a great flick by Wheeler, and unfortunate for Foster not to be able to get that on target.
So that injury happened around the 89th, 90th minute, right? So we restart around 100. So if we had to guess, perhaps this going to 105, 106 before the whistle will blow. There was no stoppage time played before they got this going again at 100. So we'll see. Certainly a unusual way to finish, of course. Here's Hodge. Beckford, who had the assists. Now Wheeler turns. Blocked.
You love to see your forward working there to win that back.
Yeah.
All the way back by your four defenders.
Lacroix. Now Colorado Springs advancing. That's a great ball. Foster in the area. Deflection. And Sanchez comes out.
You can see Colorado trying to get that second goal, trying to get this late winner. Foster getting in behind. Like I said before, you want Hartford's defenders running at their own goal. You don't want them to set up that 5-4-1 block.
Theoretically, about 4 minutes left here in stoppage time. And we're not sure what the referee will time it at. Here's Sadie on the near side. May have rushed his pass there.
Yeah, looking a little tired there. 103 minutes in. Oh, the ref stopped it.
Colorado Springs not thrilled. Sadie went down with no contact. Mahoney pleading his case. And Sadie's played hard today. He certainly has a case to be exhausted, but to stop the game at that juncture here, I don't know if he twisted his left foot or whatnot. Mahoney's very displeased. Sadie being attended to now.
You can see Colorado getting frustrated with Hartford, trying to waste as much time as possible here. Didn't see exactly what happened with Sadie, but it is 104 minutes into the second game of the season. Players aren't 90 minutes fit in altitude.
Alan Radosov, you saw him checking his watch on the right wrist.
I think I've seen the Hartford trainer more than some of their players out there.
Yeah, he might be a nominee for man of the match. Sadie will trot back to the sideline. How long will he be on that sideline? Will that make it a man advantage for a significant portion at the end of this match here for Colorado Springs? Probably wouldn't mind him as an extra defender. Switchbacks have been attacking towards the end here. Beckford goes down, right back on his feet.
You can see Hartford just defending at all costs, getting all 11 players behind the ball. Colorado trying to break them down, trying to find that space, trying to find that one chance to get them the late winner, just like they did last week.
Lacroix over to Ockford. Now far side. Beckford will send it in. Still in a dangerous spot. Centered. Shot. Parried away. Second ball. Deflected out for a corner. Here comes Colorado Springs in the waning moments.
It's great technique to keep that shot low into the far post. A lot of players will put that over the bar, but it's great technique from them. And great save by Sanchez.
Segrist to take the corner. Foster jogged over for a moment. Kick on its way. Sits out and they'll redo it.
We've seen a lot of free kicks getting not over the first man. They really want to focus here. This could be one of the last plays of the game. Get it over the first man and give your players a chance to get on this ball.
As Colorado Springs have late match magic once again. Segrist. They got a header to it with Foster. And a whistle and a foul on Switchbacks. Really, at this point, the final whistle could come at any moment. On to the 108th. Remember, if you're joining late, Andre Lewis was down and being attended to from the 90th to the 100th. Does Foster have a surge in him here? Players from both sides giving everything they have in the tank here. This triggered in. Back to Williams, but a whistle, and that's the final. This one will finish level. Colorado Springs finds a late equalizer in the 88th. Hartford struck first, had the lead for much of this match in the second half. Colorado Springs, for the second straight week, some entertaining moments in the final few minutes. And it's a 1-1 draw to finish off this match in downtown Colorado Springs as we take a look at our critical moment of the match, brought to you by Centura Health. And it was this late equalizer from Colorado Springs as Deshane Beckford split a pair and found his teammate for the goal.
Yeah, and like I said all game, you need to get across that near post. And Zandi saw it. You can see the run coming in late. Defenders are looking at the ball. And it's a great run straight across the front post. And just like I said, an easy tap in.
Great run near post. That does earn Zach Zandi our man of the match honors, brought to you by Better Business Bureau. Read verified customer reviews and check business ratings at bbb.org. Zach Zandi, who has been with Colorado Springs for quite some time now in his third season, had 6 goals over the last 2 years, and he starts off his scoring tally with a dramatic one here. 1-1 our final score at Widener Field. Colorado Springs and Hartford Athletic. Post-game recap coming up here on ESPN Plus, SoCo CW. Welcome back to downtown Colorado Springs. A thrilling second half here. Switchbacks FC in Hartford Athletic. They split a point here on SoCo CW as we take a look at our full-time highlights of this one here today. The home opener for Switchbacks FC. Hartford Athletic coming off a performance giving them 5 goals. And there were some opportunities over the course of the first half. It's one of the better ones for Hartford, but both netminders getting the job done here early. Now in the 58th minute, Gabato gave it away. It was a bad giveaway. Speedy Williams had an opportunity.
Yeah, he could have took his touch towards the keeper there, make a decision by the keeper if he's going to come out or not, and then slip it to the side of one of the sides. But still, good strike, good save.
In the 60th minute, Enriquez on the set piece. And that was one of the best opportunities for Colorado Springs until the 88th. Williams was denied on a great save by Sanchez. Now to the 70th, Prince Sadie. This started the scoring. Great distribution. Sadie putting his man on skates.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see from Prince week in, week out. Just taking on defenders, turning them around once or twice, and then making an easy finish for Mo.
In the 89th, Colorado Springs fighting till the end. Shane Beckford, who came on as a sub late in the second half, made an impact and found his man near post and Zandy.
And you can make a career making that run in the near post and getting a lot of tap-ins there.
Take a look at our full-time stats brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. Boy, I think we had 3 combined shots after the first half of play. We said the pace of play might elevate in the second. That's exactly what we had. Finished with 15 shots, 5 on targets. Corey Herzog, your final impressions today?
Yeah, I thought Hartford from last week to this week was a huge stepping stone with just from 5 goals to 1, and unfortunately letting a late one go in there. But, I mean, they come away from Colorado with a point and head back home for 2 home games.
4 points after 2 matches for Colorado Springs. Hartford, after a 5-3 loss last week, have their first point. We appreciate you joining us on ESPN Plus this evening. For our entire production team and my partner Corey Herzog, I'm AJ Ricketts. Colorado Springs and Hartford draw level at 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.